Okay, I'll admit it. I am somewhat of a slave to technology. Even when I go camping, I've got some kind of electronic stuff with me. Very often I carry a solar panel and or a power bank, and just to make sure my stuff can stay charged. Well, the folks at Ghostek have come up with a very innovative solution to that. It's the Ghostek NRG backpack, which includes a built-in power bank and an attachable water-resistant solar panel, which is pretty cool. That's what we're going to be taking a look at coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Ghostek were kind enough to send me one of their new NRG backpacks, or as they pronounce it, Energy backpack. Kind of catchy, huh? Anyway, they were kind enough to send me one of these backpacks so I could show it to you and to work out kind of a partnership deal so that if you happen to go over to their Kickstarter and support them, then I'll get a little bit of a commission to help benefit the channel financially. So full disclosure on that, I really appreciate it. If you think this is a great pack, I encourage you to go over there and check it out. But what's cool about this pack is, as you can see, it has a solar panel that clips onto it, and it has a built-in power bank. Now, you don't have to use those. You can take them out and use the backpack regularly, but I'm telling you, I see a lot of people now with solar panels and power banks that they go with them and take backpacking. Often I'm one of them. I definitely take them camping. Some of those are pretty heavy. I got to say, one thing I like about this, we'll just get this right out of the way right up front, because I know it's going to be it'll be a concern for some people, is how much does this thing weigh. So I got my handy dandy little scale here, and we are looking at 5 pounds and 13 to 14 ounces. Can you see that? 5 pounds, 14 ounces. So almost 6 pounds. So it's definitely not an ultralight, super light backpack. But with that 6 pounds, you have the solar panel and you have a built-in battery pack. And when I say built-in, it's definitely removable. You can see it right in there, kind of in there. Yeah, there it is. So along with that, it's really a pretty full-featured backpack. And we're going to talk about some of those features in just a second here. Now, I'll be right up front. This is a Kickstarter campaign, and right now it has not been funded yet. It's just started. You know, a lot of times with Kickstarters, I'm kind of leery honestly about promoting the Kickstarters, because sometimes they don't get funded, and that's happened in the past, and then people look at the videos and I got to do, answer the questions about, what happened to that product or whatever. But one of the reasons I agreed to do this one is because, gosh, probably a year or two ago, I reviewed some waterproof phone cases from the folks at Ghostek, and it worked really, really well. I was really pleased with it. So I know they put out high quality products. They're an established company. They're not some new startup. So I figured, you know what, it's got a pretty good chance of getting funded. So I don't really feel too apprehensive about making a video about it and then worrying about people saying, hey man, what happened to that thing you did a video on? So, man, I'm rambling, I'm sorry. So let me take you down to the old, in this case, tarp top, and we'll take a look at the features of this pack and we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, I'm sorry, I know I got a gray tarp and a gray backpack, and that is not the best for visual contrast. But first of all, this is a 60-liter backpack, so a pretty good sized backpack. It has an 11-watt solar panel on it. It features a 1600 mAh built-in battery pack that charges from the solar panel. You can also charge it, here it is right here, you can also charge it from an external source. It's got several different charging cables and cords with it, but it snaps in here. You can keep it in its own little pocket if you want to. Backpack's made out of water-resistant nylon. It's not waterproof, but it is water-resistant. But it also features, if it is raining, it features a built-in rain cover here that you can pull out and cover up the backpack with. So that's a pretty good feature. I like to see that feature on my backpacks because it beats the heck out of trying to use a garbage bag, I'll just be honest with you. And it's generally lighter than a big garbage bag too. So there's 4 attachment points for the solar panel on here, and then the battery pack, which is inside. Without the battery pack and without the solar panel, it weighs 4 pounds, 4 ounces. And when I got mine, the battery pack was already in it, but it's got these little brackets right here, and you just put your little, kind of line them up, and just snaps into place. Then you're going to plug in the this pin connector here. It's got little arrows to line up together, and you got a round one here. It goes in over here like so. to power it from the solar panel. And you got a USB out. Basically, it's going to connect to the USB port, which there's a USB port down here on one of the waist belts. So, and then there's your power controller button there to turn it on and off. We'll talk about that in just a second. So first, let's just talk about the features of this thing as a regular backpack. Let's start at the back. It has a very simple adjustment for torso range, and basically, if you want to move it, you just Velcro it, loosen the Velcro, and you just move it up or down however you want to. And you put it exactly where you want it for tall, medium, or low. But it's got a little, the indicators here kind of help that. I'm kind of medium, so I just put it at medium, and then just put these down like so, and it's Velcroed on, and it's good. It's not going anywhere. So there's that. It's got a nice air channel here for your back with these pads to kind of hold it off your back. The air channel's on the waist belt also, with an adjustable sternum strap, a couple of D-rings here, open strapping here that you can put a bladder, water bladder hose or whatever through. And you also got suspension straps here for your shoulder belt to tighten those up. Load levelers, I guess is what you call them. It's a back pull waist belt, so you pull forward to tighten it up, which I like. Has pockets on both belts, and one of them, the right hand belt, has a USB outlet on it, and the left hand belt has a button that you push to turn it on. If you turn the backpack over, first of all, we got a top pack here. Two top straps are actually attached with sliding buckles, so they don't just pop off. They don't have Fastex buckles on them. I kind of like that. If you want to take it off, you can. The top pack has a mesh pocket on bottom if you want to put currently charging items in it or whatever. A small pocket on the back, which can be for smaller items. And then it has another larger pocket on the very top of it that you can hold some pretty big stuff. It's a pretty big pocket there. Also has compression straps on the top pack. You can put a sleeping pad or whatever in there if you want to do that and cinch it down. So that gives you extra storage there. The bottom of this thing is reinforced with some pretty tough nylon. And then as far as pockets go, on the front it has a water resistant zipper, nice zipper with a water resistant area here. You can put electronics and stuff in. And it's got a nice reflective strip here if you happen to find yourself hiking on the road somewhere. Lots and lots of compression straps. It has a bottom compartment which opens up, and you can actually use this. It's kind of got a hood with a drawstring in it. So if you want to separate the bottom from the top, you can just cinch this up and make two distinct compartments. Or if you want to have one big bucket pack, you can just leave this open, and it works just fine that way too. So that's pretty cool, I think. Then it has two generous pockets on the side for water bottle when the compression straps, of course, is going to tighten up over that to help secure it, like so. And then it has a water bladder pocket inside. There's no loop to hang it on, but it's kind of at the bottom, so you can definitely get your water bladder in there. Let's load this thing up, show you what it looks like kind of with what I would normally carry for a backpacking trip maybe. First of all, I'm going to cinch up this bottom because I like to have two separate compartments. It just helps me stay organized. And that's one less thing I got to dig through. And then you got a strap here to kind of cinch it all together. Pull it back like so. Tuck you under there. Bring the top cap on. Buckle it like so. Oh, I didn't show you. This also got some little toggles here that you can use to connect axes or hiking poles or something like that. Anything like that on. It's got one on each side. Elastic toggles, which is pretty cool. And then let's fill you up with what I would put in you normally. One thing that really irritates me about so many backpacks is the fact that this top cap, if you don't have this thing flat loaded out, the top cap just sags down. And I don't, that's very common to some really expensive backpacks, and this is not a really cheap backpack either. And it just annoys me. It's, I really wish they had something on the back here to keep this thing from flopping down. And obviously, if you pack this thing full, that doesn't happen, but maybe you don't want to pack it full. Maybe it's just me, but that's kind of an annoyance to me. We'll stuff this in this pocket, my towel, stuff the water bottle in this pocket over here. Go ahead and put the compression straps on it. So we're all snugged up pretty much here. Now you want to do to put the solar panel on is, you got these 4 fabric loops here. And I got to be honest with you, when I first tried connecting these things, and you can see right here, I'll try to get a close-up for you, but they're really hard to do if you just try to hook it on like that. You got the fabric loop here and the hook here. Really hard to get it to because this is a pretty stiff on a clip here. I just had a lot of trouble getting that. It was hurting my fingers, to be honest with you. But I figured out if I just force it through like so, and it's easy. So there we go. And it's not nearly as difficult to take apart. It's just harder to put together. And the bottom is even easier. So there are several ways to use the solar panel. What you can see is got the green lights. Maybe through there, can you see the green light? So that means it's putting out some juice. We can do it directly in from the solar panel. You got 2 connectors on there. And we just plug it into the phone. You can see that it's working. You see it's charging. And what's cool about this, you can hang this on your backpack and carry and go, and you can actually charge your gear as you go. You don't got to wait till you get set up camp like you would with some solutions. Well, you can also plug this thing into your waist belt. Let me just put this on and show you. Plug a USB in there, then plug the other end into your phone. And right now you see nothing happening because on the other side there's a little button, and it's got a tactile little bump on it. You can feel it. And when you push that little button, you can see that actually turns on the battery bank, and you can charge your gear. There you go. That's the Energy Camper 60-liter backpack from the folks at Ghostek. I'll put a link right up here to their Kickstarter campaign. You can go check it out if you're interested in this backpack. I think the price on this thing is about $250. So it's definitely not a super low budget backpack, but when you consider you're getting a pretty full featured backpack with some great features, it seems to be very well made, plus you're getting a solar panel, plus you're getting the power bank, and you're also getting the integrated system that allows them all to work together. For a package deal, that's probably not a bad price. Nothing's perfect. One thing that I would like to see, and I like to see it, by the way, from some $300 or $400 backpacks too, is the fact that this top cap just wants to flop down unless the bottom's full. Anyway, once again, thanks to the folks at Ghostek for sending me this and for partnering with me to help kind of financially support the channel if you decide to support their Kickstarter. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday, Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. You can check out another one by clicking right here. If you're not subscribed, please click down in the corner and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.